Welcome to my world. Handicapped man down at a charity feed. Great spread this morning. God, it was horrible. But it made what I needed to happen. Then I had these people that stopped and said, "Hey, you want some shoes?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to need to get some anyway. So might as well." And if it really comes to fruition, help them buy more shoes so that we can help more people. I'm not we, but you know what I mean. Hell, might as well. There's nothing wrong with helping someone.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
Race friends, they're back together again. Live from Daytona Beach, Florida, it's Scratch with a K. And live from Las Vegas, it's Alan Michaels. Right here, right now, on the flagship station, the WCOBM TV network. It's on Pit Road Racing.
Gang's all here, everybody. There we go. Good afternoon to you. Friday, TGIF, the weekend, and we're racing all around the country. Alan Michaels here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and on Pit Road Racing, the WCOBM studios. My partner is about 2,700 miles away. He is live in Daytona Beach, Florida, the home of speed, buddy. There is Scratch with the K. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Hey, good evening to you, sir. And what a happy Friday it is, my friend. How are you today?
I'm doing good. They're building some nightclub above us here on the second floor above the studios and everything else. So if we hear a little bit of racket today, that's it. They're trying to drill something. I don't know.
That could be coming from over here too. They're putting in new windows about 4 doors down from here. So a lot of construction going on around us.
That's it. Anyhow, on Pit Road Racing, WCOBM Studios, downtown Las Vegas, 450 Fremont Street, everybody. Oh, we do it each and every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 4 p.m. for you right here on the main network. And we send it out to 9 different social media channels, from Facebook to Twitter to X, LinkedIn. Oh, my goodness, YouTube, television. We've got it going anywhere. Just search On Pit Road Racing, and you're going to find it. Show partners, the Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street, home Las Vegas' only true indoor drift track, everybody. So stop on down and see us. More information on the World Wide Web at gokartslasvegas.com. Woods Family Sandwiches, man. You're looking for some great catering there for parties, special events, or just looking for a great snack or a munch and a lunch and a dinner. Hey, you can do it right there at wfsandwiches.com. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. That's what we do. And we're going to talk about it. Scratch has got the shoes standing by. HotShoeHof.com for more information. Our good friends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, our home track here in Las Vegas. Scratch has got the Daytona International Speedway. We've got Las Vegas Motor Speedway here. LVMS.com for all of your ticket information, camping, and everything that's going on here in Las Vegas. Hammer and Harry's at 450 Fremont Street. They're located right across the hallway from us here. And you can find more information at hammerandharrys.com/Fremont. Red One Scooters and our good friends at Atlanta Motorsports Park. In just about 15, 20 minutes, Scratch, we're going to get to talk to him, the president and the CEO of Atlanta Motorsports Park. Man, I'm chomping at the bit. We're going to go down to see this place, buddy.
I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good time talking to him. I'd love to go there, man, meet you over there and check this place out. We're about to hear a lot about it. I'm sure that's only going to make me more excited.
And coming up in about 40 minutes, Scratch last week was over a place that he actually has raced cars before at Orlando Motorsports Park. At Scratch, you had the demo derby and our buddies out there in the school bus racing, man. And we've got some great clips and stuff that you put together, and we'll put it out all about 40 minutes after the hour, sir.
Yeah, man. My boy Nick Johnson ran that school bus figure 8 race over at Orlando Speed World, man. We were there last Saturday, and we're bringing it to you today, so it's going to be cool.
You got it. Hey, real quickly, let's talk about it real fast because this is what we do the show for. It's for the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Scratch has got the shoes, and it's your chance for your business or company to join us. The Hot Shoe Hall of Fame is a 501c3 nonprofit. Scratch has got the shoes in the hands right there. It provides what we call heart shoes for needy men, women, and children. It's good for necessary health and positive development. We've been all over Las Vegas, California. We've got some more trips planned coming up. We'll keep you updated with that. But here's how your business can partake, okay? It's real easy. We don't sell any advertising or anything on this show or on this network, but you can become a partner by donating either $500 or $1,000. If you put a $500 partnership, that's going to get you get us some shoes. You're going to get 130-second television commercials and up on our social media. If you donate $1,000, and all you got to do is just locate it right down there on that ticker, we'll give you 230-second spots, social media, and a 3-foot by 3-foot banner here. All partnerships are tax deductible, 100%. If you need paperwork, we'll get it to you. And if you need some more information, 702-803-0875, and the ticker's rolling right there. All righty.
Yeah, man, it's for a great cause. You just can't have these, though. These are mine. These are mine.
Okay. Those are yours.
For a great cause, though.
In your hat right there. Hey, let's check racing weather, brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches, 931 Pacific Avenue, Suite 106 here in Las Vegas. Information about catering and pickup, you got it, wfsandwiches.com. Scratch, kick us off. They're off to the Wizard in Kansas this weekend for NASCAR.
Hey, they are. They're going to Dorothy's home state. NASCAR is in Kansas this weekend, cloudy with a 50% chance of rain for both Saturday and Sunday, so that doesn't look too good. Daytime highs in the low 80s, dropping off to the mid 60s.
That's right. NHRA and IndyCar are both off this weekend. They'll return back to action coming up. But, man, F1 is bound in your area, man, about 3 hours away. F1 in Miami. How's the weather looking in Florida this weekend, buddy?
Yeah, it's actually about 5.5 hours away, about 5 hours away, but they're racing right outside where the Miami Dolphins play. I saw a picture of the track earlier before we went to air, and I thought it looked pretty cool, man. But anyway, the weather, let's see if that's looking good. It is in South Florida for Friday and Saturday. You got high in the mid 80s, low in the mid 70s. That's a nice evening. Sunday, we have a 30% chance of early morning shower and highs on Sunday of 85 degrees.
Well, Scratch, the World of Outlaws is heading to Tony Stewart Land, Eldora Speedway, and there's a 40% chance of morning showers. Should look pretty good for race time coming up in Rosberg this weekend with daytime highs right around 70. For the nighttime campers, we're popping right around 50 degrees at motocross action in Denver, Scratch.
Yeah, the AMA Supercross is going to be in Denver, Colorado. Saturday night racing, partly cloudy in the Mile High City for our motocross friends. It's going to be a high of 61 and a low of 40. Come on, man. It's cold out there. Woo. 40.
Get the fire pits warmed up if you're camping, man. Flat track racing at Chico, California, Saturday night racing. It could be a wet one for the Progressive Flat Track Series. 80% chance of rain for him. Scratch, daytime high right around 60. Not too bad either, man. Nighttime low about 40. So pull not only the ponchos up, but bring some extra firewood if you're camping, man. In Las Vegas weather, you got it for us this weekend, buddy.
Yeah, out there in Las Vegas this weekend, you got sunny and warm all weekend. The highs on Thursday and Friday and Saturday are going to be in the upper 80s, a low in the mid 60s. Sunday will be a little cooler though, with highs in the upper 70s and a low in the mid 50s. That's actually nice weather for Vegas.
Yeah, there you go. It's pretty good weather. Yeah, we're having it. It's going to be nice this weekend. Racing weather brought to you by our good friends at Woods Family Sandwiches, 931 Pacifica, America Pacific Suite 106 in Las Vegas, Henderson area. For more information, pickups, catering, World Wide Web at wfsandwiches.com. Round the track we go. I'll start it off with the AMA Supercross, and with two races left in the 2024 season this weekend, man, they head to the Empower Field at Mile High, Denver, Colorado. Then they wrap it up next weekend at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City for the season finale. American Flat Track, they're at Silver Dollar Speedway in Chico, and then they head May 11th to Ventura, California, coming up May 11th. Speedway motorcycle racing coming up to Costa Mesa, Harley Night, May 11th. And also, we've got Paris Speedway, June 22nd, AMA National Championships, round number 1. And also, Formula One, it's in Miami. Just like Scratch said, it's the Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, May 4th. Qualifying is at 3 to 4 p.m. Race day We got a 3 p.m. green flag scratch with ESPN. We'll have the coverage. And, of course, F1 returns back here to Las Vegas scratch November 21st through the 23rd. It's the Heineken Silver Las Vegas Grand Prix, and tickets are available right now at f1.com/tickets. Take us on the way, man. You got the next round.
Yeah, NHRA, May 17th to May 19th, Gerber Collision and Glass, NHRA Route 66 Nationals, presented by Peak Performance, Route 66 Raceway. IndyCar action May 11th at Soncio Grand Prix, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, Indianapolis, Indiana. Coverage at NBC, Peacock, Indy Live, and Sirius XM. NOS Energy Series May 1st at Jacksonville Speedway, May 3rd and May 4th at Eldora Speedway out there in Tony Stewart land. And log on to WOA.com for broadcasts.
Case Construction Series wraps up a triple header in Wisconsin tonight. Man, you can get more information about them at the WOA.com for the broadcast schedules. NASCAR action is back for ARCA racing. The E Series is back at May 11th, Music City 150 Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and the ARCA West returns May 31st to Portland, Oregon. If you want more information about that, just log on to arcaracing.com. Scratch, get us in line with what's happening with NASCAR.
Yeah, the NASCAR Craftsman Trucks, the Heart of America 200, Kansas Speedway, Saturday, May 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Green flag at 8:13 p.m. Eastern Time. Stage laps will be at 30 and 60 with the total race going to 134. TV will be on FS1 radio on MRN and Sirius XM.
Well, race fans, the Xfinity Series has the weekend off, but they return back to action. The Crown Royal Purple Bag Project 200, Darlington Man, the Lady in Black, Saturday, May 11th, 2024, 1:30 p.m. Qualifying is Friday, May 10th at 5:30 to 6:30. Practice from on the same day. We're going to a little bit before that. They're going to give them, that's pretty wild, man. They're only going to give them about 30 minutes practice, and then they start qualifying, and then you get the race on. TV is going to be for Fox Sports Run, radio, PRN, and Sirius XM NASCAR will have your radio coverage. And Scratch, how they looking for the Cup Series?
They're pros, man. They need no practice. The event, they don't need to practice, just race. The Event Health 400 Kansas Speedway Sunday is May 5th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Your TV's on FS1, your radio's on MRN and Sirius XM. Stage laps are at 80, 165, finishing the race at 267, barring they don't have a green-white checkered. Practice and qualifying Saturday, May 4th, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time.
There you go. And NASCAR returns back to Las Vegas. It's the South Point 400. Friday, October 18th through Sunday, October 20th. You need more information, tickets, camping, everything at LVMS.com, the official home track of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Motorcycle racing news as we keep rolling, man. About 10 minutes away from Jeremy Porter, the president and the CEO of Atlanta Motorsports Park, will join us live from Dawsonville, Georgia. We're going to talk to him and get what's going on. Segment for Motorcycle Racing News is brought to you by the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame. Everybody celebrating and preserving the memories of great motorcycle racers and the past, present from the motorcycle industry's icon and present. Okay, Scratch, they wrapped it up in Philly, heading up to Denver, but you got the results of what happened in Philadelphia this past weekend.
Yeah, the AMA Monster Energy Supercross racing action from Philly, the 450 XS class results. Jet Lawrence takes the win with Chase Sexton coming in second. Jason Anderson is third. The point standings for the Monster Energy AMA Supercross 450 class heading into this week's racing action in Philly. Number 1, Jet Lawrence. Number 2, Cooper Webb. Number 3, Eli Tomac.
You got it. AMA Monster Energy Supercross race in action from Philly, the 250 class. Max Ansel, and for some reason, Scratch, I didn't get my second place on it, but it was Hayden Deegan in third. So I'm not quite sure. It all zinked out on my page. Monster Energy point standings after we go. Oh, I got it. It's RJ Hampshire. So he's leading the points. Levi Kitchen in second, and Tom's taking it up in third. You've got the Progressive Flat Track Series, my friend.
Yeah, the Progressive Flat Track Series this past weekend, Mission, Texas Half Mile, Texas Motor Speedway, Fort Worth, Texas. These are the results. Brandon Robinson took the win with Jared Meese coming in second and Dallas Daniels in a third. Speedway motorcycle action. Costa Mesa will continue May 11th. Harley Night, number 1. The Speedway sidecars. That's cool. May 18th, Nobby Night. Speedway sidecars. June 15th, Harley Night number 2 with Speedway sidecars. A lot of sidecar action.
Yeah, I mean, those things are great to watch. They run them backwards so that everybody
Crazy.
runs the right way, and then they bring the sidecars out, and they run them flip side. So they are. Hey, Paris Speedway schedule for you. You're looking good, man. We got 4 dates up on the calendar: May 4th, July 20th, August 10th, September 7th, and October 5th. Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway in Bakersfield, California. It's got September 14th, October 12th, and November 2nd all lined up. Then they'll wrap it up December 7th with the AMI FIA North American Speedway final run out there. Great track out there. Kevin Harvick has really done. He's doing what Tony Stewart did, Scratch, taking a good speedway right there and putting a little bit of money into it, bringing some different style of racing in there to him. Hats off to Kevin Harvick for what he's doing out there at his place, man.
Yeah, man, that's always a great thing. And it's Bakersfield, California too. That's where he's from. That's a good place over there, man. That's a good place for a track. I love to see these drivers go back there, and it's kind of like going back to your roots in a sense. You know what I mean? Because you're going back to the smaller tracks and bringing some of your NASCAR money with you and making for a better show, man. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I think that's great. Industry Hill Speedway, Saturday, June 1st, their season opener. That will be on June 1st. Saturday, June 8th, Connor Penhall Memorial Cup. Wednesday, June 19th, British Bike Night. Saturday, June 29th, Bruce Flanders, Ugly Hawaiian Shirt Night, Ugly Shirt Contest. You know what I think leading up to when they're going to do that, I'm going to wear an ugly Hawaiian shirt for the show, actually.
I got one too.
Yeah, we'll wear them. We'll wear them like the show before they actually do that. That'd be cool in June. Look forward to that there on Pit Road Racing fans. Fast Friday Speedway, Auburn, California. Their season opener is May 10th. May 17th at the Speedway. They got a Team Challenge 1. May 24th, Speedway Sidecars. More sidecars around the country here. Round 1. May 31st, Speedway Team Challenge 2.
You got it. This segment brought to you by our good friends at the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, celebrating and preserving the memories of great motorcycle racers and the motorcycle industry icons past and present right there. As we keep things moving right on along, just about 5 minutes away, we should be checking in with Jeremy Porter, Scratch, the president and CEO of Atlanta Motorsports Park. So we'll just keep it humming until he gets there. Hey, let's do a little NHRA. Take us to it, Scratch.
NHRA. You went ahead of me, I think. Okay, I'm good.
That's all right. While you catch up,
no, we're good. I got it. I got it.
Right.
I got it, buddy. I got it. This segment brought to you by our friends at Hammered Harry's Resort, 450 Fremont Street. Open daily 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. HammeredHarrys.com/Fremont Street. Great food, fun times, and they always give you a free shot of ketchup.
You got a reigning Funny Car World champion Matt Hagan picked up his 50th career victory this past Sunday, driving past John Force, J.R. Todd, and Daniel Wilkerson at ZMAX Raceway to get his 14th annual NHRA 4-Wide Nationals at Charlotte. Justin Ashley in Top Fuel, Greg Anderson in Pro Stock, Gage Herrera in Pro Stock Motorcycles, all won the 5th of 20 races during the 2024 NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series season out there. And the points heading for you, man. Justin Ashley, Top Fuel, Austin Prock and Funny Car, Greg Anderson's your new point leader in Pro Stock, and nobody's stopping Gage Herrera in Pro Stock Motorcycles. Bring us home on this one, Scratch.
Yeah, once again, this segment is brought to you by our friends at Hammered Harry's Resort, 450 Fremont Street. Open daily, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Great food, fun times, and let's not forget, you always get a free shot of ketchup.
You got it, man. We're just standing by about 3 minutes or so. Scratch, I think we got time to move it on and get the NOS Energy stuff in here. Then we'll join with Jeremy Porter coming up. Take us there, my friend.
Yeah, racing news from the dirt. This segment brought to you by Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street, Las Vegas' only true indoor drift track. You can get more info at 702-270-8100 or go to gokartslasvegas.com. Make sure you spell karts with a K, and it's also the home of WCOBM.
That's right, man. Hey, a midweek stopover in Jacksonville and 2 nights heading in here to Eldora. Weather models showing severe storms and expecting heavy rains and potential hail and tornadoes. Man, that's why they had to cancel Knoxville this past weekend. The weather just got completely, absolutely crazy out there. So they're heading to Tony Stewart Land. If you had tickets for that show, you can get them and pick them back up, or you can go back and watch the Premier Chevy Dealers Clash on June 14th through the 15th. Knoxville Raceway, 641-842-5431 for more information about that. And, of course, like we said, they're off to Rossburg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway, Tony Stewart laying out there, man. What a great track. I'd love to see a triple header with NASCAR. You've got it, man. Tell us what's going on with David Gravel, buddy.
Yeah, well, David Gravel continues to lead the points with 34 markers back to Donnie Schatz in second. The top 5 in the standings are currently separated by only 68 points. Giovanni Scelzi, Logan Schutzart, and Carson Macedo completing out the top 5. If you can't make it to the track, catch every lap live on Dirt Vision.
There you go. The modifieds are wrapping up a triple header at the World of Outlaws Dairyland Showdown, Mississippi Thunder Speedway. They're rocking and rolling tonight and tomorrow. Brandon Shepard holds the points over Chris Madden, Nick Hoffman, Kay Dillard, and Tyler Brunning. That's it, man. So those modifieds are rocking the dirt. Scratch, bring us home, buddy.
Yeah, racing news from the dirt. This segment brought to you by Gene Woods Racing Experience, 450 Fremont Street, Las Vegas's only true indoor drift track. More info, 702-270-8100, or go to gokart@lasvegas.com, where kart is spelled like a K, just like Scratch with a K, who has a victory there. Woo! Just a reminder.
You know, that's it, man. I'm going to tell you what, we're going to take us about a minute break right here because he's standing by in the virtual green room. We will talk to the president and the CEO of Atlanta Motorsports Park, the Country Club of Motorsport. He's from Dawsonville, Georgia. Jeremy Porter joins us live right after this, everybody.
Come on! What the yeah! Oh, man! Woo! That is awesome!
Place is just something else, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get down there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Race Feds joining us live from Dawsonville, Georgia, home of the Bad Bill from Dawsonville, Elliott, man. He is the president. He is the CEO of the Country Club of Motorsports. Will you please welcome him, his first appearance on our program, Mr. Jeremy Porter. Good afternoon and welcome to On Pit Road Racing, sir.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it, especially Scratch with a K.
It's a crazy name, right?
Energy to be on the
Jeremy,
on the channel with you guys. You guys are high energy.
Else, buddy, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. He is. He is. Well, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. An honor to be on here.
That's it. Hey, listen. First of all, Jeremy, what got you into motorsports, man? I was sort of trying to find some background on you. Did you drive? I mean, how did you get in this nutty world that we're all in?
Mushrooms. It was mushrooms.
Yeah. Hey, now I like you back.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was mushrooms, man.
I can see this now. I'm glad that you're
it's all going downhill from now. But no, I raced off and on a little bit of everything from motorcycles. Kind of motorcycles saved my life from some drugs and stuff, most of the drugs. But, got into motorcycles, got into cars and karts and things like that. So I've just been, kind of a weekend warrior more than anything. Kind of fell by this, business somewhat on accident, was pushed out of the boat, so to speak.
Scratch, you got a question for him, my friend?
Yeah,
Scratch,
man. Yeah. Everybody here? Hello?
Yep. There we are. Check, debit,
Everybody's
cash,
here.
credit.
Gang's all-
I
go
was,
ahead.
I was
Bitcoin.
looking, I was looking for my mushrooms during the break. My bad. I was. So,
I already took some, so we're good, man. I'm
this is gonna be a great show then. Yeah. So we. I don't know if you've caught any of the episodes, but I've been out there at Gene Woods Racing Experience and been able to actually race Alan Michaels there and beat him on that go-kart track out there. And ever since
Nice.
ever since we've learned about your facility, I just keep thinking that him and I need to come out to Dawsonville where I can find, where there's somewhere I can beat him again, and then I can beat him in 2 different states, Nevada and Georgia, man. But
nice.
what's it like in Dawsonville? It's got to be all about the Elliott family, right? Like,
It
it's
really
Chase and
is. I mean,
Bill, right?
Bill is amazing. Chase is amazing. Their mom and wife is amazing. I mean, they're just really good, solid people and very quiet, very humble. With all the successes they've had over the years, so it's been pretty cool. And Dawsonville, the city hall is the Racing Hall of Fame. It's got a checkerboard awning, and they've got a moonshine still and a museum of all the old NASCAR race cars and stuff like that. So I actually purchased the property from the Elliots when I was building this.
Wow. Let me ask you this. We all saw the IndyCar thing, Jeremy, with the Thermal Club out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Is yours something similar? Is this people can live there? You have condominiums. They can bring cars there. I mean, this just ain't driving go-karts around, right?
No, it's not. So we are a motorsports country club like that of a golf country club, but instead of a golf course, we have 2 racetracks. We have a go-kart track, and then we have a car and motorcycle racetrack, both of which were designed by the famed Formula One track designer Herman Tilke out of Berlin. And we're very anti-American in the sense that these tracks are advanced tracks. They are very much a thinking man or thinking woman's track. And we're building 300 condos and 48 houses. We have a conference center. We have a resort pool, a fitness center, a clubhouse, a sport court. We have 205 rental garages. It's just, it's a motorsports resort. So it's anybody from a 5-year-old all the way up to 80-plus-year-olds that can come and get out here in their cars or motorcycles or go-karts or watch people from the sideline.
Wow. It's Scratch. It's too cool, man. Too cool.
Yeah, for sure. And now I definitely found a place I can go beat you again in Dawsonville. It sounds like to me, and it's going to be right there.
You guys have an open invitation. I mean, here's what's cool is our tracks are both just completely different in the sense blind corners, a lot of advanced turns, a lot of craziness on the main track. And as I said earlier, very much a thinking man or thinking woman's track. And the pros say, hey, we can learn a track in 5 to 7 laps. And we've been here a half a day and we're still struggling. And then a lot of the schmoes come and say, oh, the track's too technical. And I just chuckle and to myself think, oh, you just can't drive.
I like it. Hey, before you go, he's got the 2 combinations. Did you catch this? He started off with the mushrooms and then he's got a moonshine still.
Yes.
Jeremy, you're talking for a guy from North Carolina, buddy. I was only about an hour away from Wilkesboro, and I think you know what was brewed in Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
I was booking the flights, by the way.
Yeah, book them, man. We'll put you in cars and go-karts right now. And then here's what's crazy is so all go-kart tracks are super flat. Ours is the most radical elevation change of any kart track in the world, and it is the most played video game for karts in the world by far. Number 2 is way down. And it is considered to be the best go-kart track in the world. There's one term that you drop 43 feet over 125 feet. And if you know Road Atlanta, turn 12 to 11 is 45 feet. And that's obviously over probably 800 feet, 600 feet. I don't know exactly. But in a shifter go-kart, you're about 4 to 6 inches off the ground. You're downshifting 3 gears. You land on the front wheels. You go up a hairpin, bam, 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 turn. It's awesome.
Scratch. You know what Scratch said? Scratch said, Jeremy, that we want to come. He said he'll sleep out in the infield.
Yeah,
you don't even need to get him a sleeping bag. He'll just sleep in the grass.
No, I'm a race fan. I'm old school. I have a big old tiki bar and stuff that we set up at the Daytona 500 for Speed Week.
Nice.
A huge camp that we set up now. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it wasn't always like that. I have slept in a lawn chair. I have, you know what I mean? So I don't really care, man. That's why
I'm
I
used to
told
sleep
Alan,
in
let's
the
just
race
go.
trailer with all the race fumes and the gas and everything else, and
Yeah.
then wake up in the morning and be like, shit, I'm hungover and have to
Yeah.
go race the next day.
Yeah, man. I'm salivating right now. I want to get my hands on one of them go-karts up there and get Alan a race Alan.
No, I'm just, you know what I want to do? Jeremy, I don't know. The gentleman that owns our network and he has the go-kart track here is Gene Woods. He was a 3-time U.S. Speedway motorcycle champion, did some time with NASCAR and also stadium trucks. And he's been kicked out of every go-kart track that he's ever been to in the United States and over in Europe too. And I told him, I said, I don't think you can do enough to get kicked out of this place.
Yeah.
I just want to bring the show. What I'd like to do is I'd like to come down there for a weekend or whatever and bring the show and on top of your deck and just do the show from there. That would be so cool. What do you think, Scratch?
Hey, I think I'm closer to him than you are, so I know I can do it.
Well, here's what's cool is we just built a sky deck, and the sky deck, the legs of the sky deck go right behind the debris fence, and it goes over cold pit, hot pit, and it connects the clubhouse. And you literally can drop a quarter on a race car as it drives by. So we'd love to have you.
Oh, man, this would be cool. Hey, Scratch, you had a question to him about NASCAR.
Yeah. Have you ever I was going to reframe that question because he had said something earlier, but have you ever reached out to NASCAR about trying to do anything there? One, and two, you mentioned pro drivers versus smaller drivers. What have you? Also, what kind of pro drivers have you had out there?
So here's a concept that I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, and I've not told this on a public forum ever before, and I think that it'll resonate with you. That our culture, the demands for people, we watch TikTok, we get shows that are 15 minutes, we get everything is compressed. Twitter and all these things are completely compressed. So I've got a concept that's like Australian V8 supercars for NASCAR, and basically it would be like a motocross, how you have multiple heats and then you have your pre-final and then your main, and the races are 15 minutes. And what I'd like to see is you have 4 heats, 4 races in essence, and they're 15 minutes each, and they're just bar banging, ball busting, door-to-door racing for the front of the pack. And so that's a concept that I would love to see and try. Because we're a road course, NASCAR's now going on to road courses and going into street racing, which I give complete accolades to those guys because I think it's brilliant. I think it was needed. That innovation is going to keep them alive and the customers interested. But at the end of the day, I think the racing will be incredible. The spectators will be just enthralled because it's going to be balls to the wall, bar banging type racing. And I think it'll compress that schedule, which will get more activation and interest from that spectator crowd, which is what they're after at the end of the day.
So what you're saying basically is you'd like to see something turn into like old school Friday, Saturday night local short track racing where we have heat races, knock them in, knock them out, and let's set and rack them and stack them for the final 10, 15 cars for the finale. So that's right. Is that the format you're looking at, Jeremy?
Yes. Did I go digital?
That's all right. I got you. That's it. So that's the format we're looking at. Sort of, you'd like to see old school Friday, Saturday night short track, or that type of element brought into it.
Because it's just people don't have the attention span to be able to sit there for 4 hours and watch a race anymore. They just won't do it as much. So I think if we compress it, we make it fast, we make it interesting, bam, bam, bam. I think it would really be something special and unique.
Scratch, should we bring him into Alan's Racing Rules?
Sure, we should because he's got some good rules on how to. I told him when he first started this thing, you should be the president of NASCAR because I agree with almost everything he's saying as far as it goes too. Fix NASCAR. Here's your doctor right here to fix it.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Listen to me, Jeremy. Here, they're all complaining. First of all, no more charters. The charters are out the door.
Right.
And it's a screwy deal. Bob Coffin, and this Bob Coffin, who's the guy from Rent-A-Center, right? He's the guy that put this thing all together saying, we're going to save money if we do it this way. Right. No, it didn't save money. It's costing everybody more money. No more charters. Second thing, no more racing on Easter or Mother's Day weekend. Bill France, the founder of NASCAR, said those 2 dates are time for God and for Mom. Get it out of there. Yeah. 850 horsepower motors and get back to carburetors. Drivers want 1,000. I don't know, but I'll split it down the middle and go 850. I say
I don't
let's
know,
let-
man. The carburetor versus the injected. I mean, it's just such a nightmare. But it is black science, voodoo magic to be able to tune a carburetor.
Okay.
That's a special. That's a
Yeah.
special talent.
That is a special talent.
Okay, so now all cars in. NASCAR needs to relax. I mean, come on, Chevy, Ford, Toyota. Let Dodge back in. Let Honda in. If Buick's got a car, if BMW's got a car, if Nissan, if Volkswagen.
Don't be
Cadillac.
afraid. Don't be
Yeah,
afraid.
bring
Bring
him
him in. Bring him
Caddy.
in. It'd be hilarious to see a Honda win against some of the American stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get back. I looked at Jeremy so far in the 2024 season. 49 drivers and teams have entered, and we can barely get a 40-car field. That's why NASCAR needs to relax. This is my opinion. I'm not saying yours, Scratches, or anybody else's. Okay, all right.
I agree, though.
More teams are going to get involved. Truck and Xfinity owners are going to get down. Enough of the powerhouse teams. That's why you need more manufacturers. That Cadillac Black Hawk that's coming out in 2025 is one mean-ass looking machine, and I think they ought to put it on the track. What do you think?
Oh, I do
Jeremy?
too. Absolutely. I mean, anytime you can get Cadillac in the mix, I think it's smart. And GM. I mean, they just do some really
Yes.
cool stuff.
Yes.
It's a mean tree getter. Grandpa
go
can
to-
kick some ass.
Oh, for sure. I go to the Rolex 24 here at Daytona, man, and they just are amazing out there, man. They're just a great
Yeah.
car.
All right. So here's, and then we get back. You want the fans back in the stands? Okay. So here's where Jeremy's part fits in right here.
Mhm.
So I'm all for this. And we got to get the rivalries back. We got to get the Earnhardt Wallace. We got to get the Walter Elliott. We got to get the Allison Yarborough, the Petties. We got to get that.
No,
that
we got to let them fight in the paddock.
Yes.
Got to let them fight.
Like hockey. I said that before.
Man,
like hockey. Just
Why
let 'em fight.
not?
Why not?
Fight.
Why not?
I'll still swing some punches.
Yeah.
I think I got one more good fight left in me, but I'm saving it for when I need it.
No more stage racing either. Stage racing's out.
Yep.
That's out. Done. History. Okay, the point system goes back to the way it was. 170. Here we go, Jeremy. Scratch 175 points to win, 1 point back for each spot. If you get the pole, you get 5 points. If you lead a lap, you get 5 points. Guy that leads the most laps in the race gets 5 points. You can totally, if you put it all aboard, you get 190 points, drawing it back. No more provisionals either.
Yeah.
No more provisionals unless it's a medical, and it's got to be a medical that happened at the racetrack, not somebody riding a doom buggy somewhere and falling off the damn thing and breaking his leg or whatever. That's
Right.
it. Okay.
Right. I
Is
agree with
everyone-
that.
Okay.
Because I'm going to fall off a doom buggy for that provisional.
No kidding.
I stubbed my toe.
All right. Here we coming down the stretch
Great.
here. Stop trying to put football stadiums and baseball parks as racetracks.
No.
Okay. No, we're not going to Dodger Stadium. That is the stupidest thing they're even thinking about doing. I mean, the Clash and the only thing that's good about the Clash in the Coliseum is that USC gets a brand new football field every year.
Yeah, that's so true.
There's
So
a lot of good tracks out there, and they're racing at stadiums. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's neat. Oh, yay! Look, they're racing at the Coliseum. That's neat. Yeah, it's neat. But there's a lot of good racetracks out there that aren't. getting races.
I don't knock them for trying to innovate and try new things and just trying
right.
to ingratiate that customer base, because the biggest thing is it's hard to not, sit in front of your TV and watch a race with your, keg of beer next to you and your bathroom on the other side and air conditioning. So I think that the days of people being butts in the seat is less. Unless you get the fighting back and you get the fast racing and that it doesn't take an entire day. Nobody has the time to do that anymore, or the attention span. The attention span's gone. So you need to cater to that short attention span, and that's what's got to be done to be able to make some big strides, I think, in the attendance of the fans.
Okay. Scratch, you in with this?
Yeah, man, for sure. And I agree with him about the attention span. I do stand-up comedy as a profession, and man, that attention span, if you lose that attention span, you lose everything.
It's over. It's over.
It's over.
And my whole point about this is that we're not taking the NBA finals to Daytona International Speedway. Okay.
Yeah.
The NCAA playoffs, Jeremy Porter's not building a football stadium in the middle of Atlanta Motor Sports Park to play the Super Bowl at.
Yeah.
Okay, so stop.
It'd be nice though. I mean, some of the people are kind of cool.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, let's get racing back. I mean, there's so many good tracks. Rockingham. How about we go back to Milwaukee? How about the Milwaukee Mile? What a great track that is. I mean, I'd like to see a doubleheader back in Pocono again. I thought that was great. The Cup guys get to take 3 cars since it's a doubleheader weekend. Your primary, 2 primaries, and a backup.
Yep.
Okay. I like this. And the next thing that they need to do, you said this, Jeremy, that the less people in the seats, they're all sitting at their TVs with the keg of beer and the sub sandwiches and everything else. Well, let's get a damn good TV deal. I mean, let's quit switching it around from Fox to Fox Sports 1 to this to that. And you and I both, everybody knows this. This is all about the money coming in for and selling subscriptions to other networks. No, stop.
It's
okay,
crazy.
I'm on a roll now. I'm on a roll. So look out.
You want some butter for them rolls?
Alan got fired up last time we were talking about this stuff. I thought his hat was gonna blow off his head.
I just don't, Grandpa's rule, Jeremy, if it's not broke, I mean, yes, I get it. We've got to advance, but you're trying to, NASCAR's not IndyCar. NASCAR's not Formula One. It's not IMSA racing. It's not that. It's stock car racing, buddies. God. Okay, I'll settle down.
He's violent. Settle down.
He's violent. He's going to get medieval on somebody's buttocks.
I see his blood pressure going up. We don't want that.
Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, Jeremy, what you got planned? What's happening in Atlanta Motorsports Park this summer, buddy? And lights are going up. Tell us all about what's happening.
Yeah, so just so much stuff, guys. We've been very fortunate. We just are installing solar panels on all the buildings out here, which will offset our power consumption by 68%. That makes me actually feel pretty good because we need to do things as a human race to be able to stay on this planet. We just installed 10 level 3 superchargers and 8 level 2 to, cater to the EV racing crowd. And we built an EV racing Tesla. I know that's a sacrilegious, but it's about 3 to 4 seconds faster lap than a GT3 RS. Just a rocket ship. I mean, just amazing to drive. We built the sky deck. We just have so many things. The lights at the go-kart track are vertical now. New fleet of go-karts. We're averaging about 160 people per race at the go-kart track, which puts us in a national level for a club track, which is unusual. And that's related to the team. We have a broadcast series that we broadcast the go-kart race series and our main track race series. That's headed by Will Rigdon, that is one of our team members that just does a great job. Just so much good stuff, man. I mean, I can't even talk about it. I mean, we're opening Octane Wellness, and that's underneath our ambulance service because we have a medical director. And basically that'll provide people with performance IVs or anti-aging or things of that nature because the ambulance is sitting here. We have the medics, we have the doctors, we have the pharmaceutical contracts and connections and such to be able to administer all those different things. So one of our core values is the day you stop innovating is the day you start to become obsolete. So we're really focused on just trying to keep people entertained.
Something, man. This place is scratch.
I'm ready to go right now. What are you talking about? He talked me into it already.
If Gene was back in town right now, I'd tell him, you know what? We're packing up. We're going.
You guys should come down for a race or come down. The spectacle really is 160, 180 people on that go-kart track. It's crazy. And it's just such intense, amazing racing. And, the pros go back to go-karts and try to race with these guys in the go-karts and they get spanked because it is just ultra competitive and it's very cool. And we've got 5-year-olds, girls or boys, and they're dicing it up in the kid carts, and it's just cool. It's just old school racing.
We're in. Scratchy in. We get
Man,
down.
He had me at mushrooms. Are you kidding?
And as soon as he said he had a still there. So.
Man, I got a moonshine story. 14 years ago when I was building this place, one of the grading contractors brought me a mason jar full of moonshine. Well, I didn't drink that much at that time. I was kind of not drinking. And so I brought it out with my neighbors for Halloween night. We're walking our kids around. And we start drinking this moonshine. And so we drank the whole thing. It was a big mason jar, which probably didn't even need to drink half of it. So I don't remember what happened to me, but my neighbor was in the bushes laying down, and my other neighbor was laying over the toilet, sitting in his chair, throwing up in the toilet, according to their wife's story. So moonshine will get you, man.
You know the story about Junior Johnson, right? Back in the days, of course, it's not illegal to actually brew liquor, but it's illegal to sell it on the taxes. So anyhow, the feds were all watching Junior about this. Why is so much corn being delivered to Junior Johnson's place in Wilkesboro? So you know what Junior did, Jeremy?
What's that?
He went out and bought a chicken farm, man.
You never underestimate American ingenuity, baby.
That's a very true story. He bought, I believe it was a Tyson. He bought a Tyson franchise. And so then the next time the revenuers came by, they looked and they said, "What's going on?" He goes, "Well, I need corn. I got to feed the chickens, man. You got to feed the chickens."
Chickens are starving, but the stills are brewing.
Oh my goodness, this has sort of gone off the rails. Scratch, you got anything you want to say to Jeremy? Because I know he's a busy man. We kept him actually 10 minutes longer than I said. I hope we're not interrupting your day, but this has been really cool.
I got my plate of lasagna here. That's about all.
Man, it has been exciting. I'm ready to go up there and check this facility out. Plus, I've always, on top of this, oh yeah, look at that. On top of this, though, I always wanted to visit Dawsonville. I just have heard a lot about it through the years, and it's exciting that it's just such a small town, and they still celebrate the Elliott's wins. Chase now like they did with
ring bells.
Yeah, all of that stuff. So it just seems like a place that I, in my being a race fan since I was a little kid, that I wanted to go anyway, and you just made it even more that way, man. What a great facility you have out there, and I can't wait to beat Alan Michaels on it.
Sounds good. Love to have you guys. Thanks for having me on the show. Take care.
Right before I let you go, Jeremy, contact information and website information where our fans and our viewers and race friends out there, they want to come visit you. Where can they get in contact with you, sir?
Yeah, so corporate events, go-karting events, race car events, renting the track, film, TV, condo sales where you can buy houses or condos here, AtlantaMotorsportsPark.com, or you can be old school and call us 678-381-8527. Or you can even email me directly, Jeremy at AtlantaMotorsports with an S, park.com.
Joining us live, great time with him from Dawsonville, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. He is the president and the CEO of the Country Club of Motorsports.
Thanks, guys.
Jeremy Porter.
Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you real soon, my friend. Thank you. I hope you had some fun with us today.
I did. A lot of fun. Thank you for letting me be on.
Thanks, man. Jeremy Porter out there. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Scratch and I are going to be talking a little NASCAR notes and updates for you. You're watching On Pit Road Racing, WCOBM, live from Las Vegas. More right after this, everybody.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless here. A lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
That's there for you. Gang's all here. He's pretty cool, Eddie, man. Jeremy Porter from Atlanta Motorsports Park, man. I thought, oh my goodness, he started talking about the mushrooms and the whiskey. I thought, oh my goodness, we're off the rails again, and Diane's not even here today.
Listen, though, we were talking about we've been to before we talked to him. You and I have been talking about you flying out there, me picking you up. Let's go hang out there, man. This guy just made me want to make it happen immediately.
Yeah,
that'd be a great time out there, man. We could do a nice little bit out there. We could do the show out there. We could race each other. We could have a good time, man. I'd love to go to Dawsonville, Georgia.
You know what? I could pack about 3 or 4 pieces of this equipment up and get it on an airplane real fast. It wouldn't take long to do it. That's for sure. Hey, you know what, Scratch? You had a great opportunity back. You've actually visited back to one old track that you actually used to run last Saturday night over in Orlando. Tell us a little bit about what happened over there, buddy.
Yeah, man. Well, I went out there to see my buddy Nick Johnston. He's been racing school buses since 2018. And he was, I think, out in Panama City or somewhere else a few weeks back, or maybe a month ago, something like that. And I went out there this past Saturday, the first time I had been back to that track since the early 90s, which I'll explain in the piece. But we followed my buddy Nick around the track a little bit from the moment I got there to the moment he got out of the bus at the end of the race, and put a little segment together that I think everybody's going to enjoy. Nick is a great guy, and man, what a good time. They had all kinds of stuff out there for Tour Destruction, stuff I've never even seen before. Like, they had front-wheel drive cars, and they welded sleds, like metal sleds, on the rims for the back and put them on the car. And so they were dragging the ass of the car around, right? And sometimes these guys would go into corners a little too hard, man, and just spin around. And I'm telling you what, man, I've been around a lot of redneck stuff in my day, but that sled racing was interesting. They had another class out there too, that the car in the front wasn't running and the car in the back pushed it around. All right, so it had a push car. And that was a race. And then they, of course, they had the enduros, and they had what else did they have? They had the trailer racing, where the cars pull a trailer with a boat on the back, or an RV type thing on the back. Man, it was a whole night of destruction. And like I said, we followed my boy Nick Johnson around with his school bus, man, to check out what he had going on.
Let's take a look at that clip, Scratch, and our good friends over at Orlando. Take a look at this, everybody.
Out to Orlando Speed World in Buffalo, Florida for the Tour of Destruction, a place I haven't been since 1993, a place that I only got to race at one time because I completely destroyed my first race car. We were in for a lot of fun. They had a full lineup of destruction. The engines were roaring, the passengers were ready. But we were here for one reason, and that's my good friend, 30-year-old Nick Johnston, originally from Buffalo, New York, because he is going to race a school bus in the school bus figure 8 race later on. We're here to follow his journey and talk to him about it. With a few minor adjustments that only required a spray bomb, they are getting the school bus, affectionately named Crash Rocket. We'll ask him about that a little later on. Ready to go, ready to get on the track, and ready for the school bus figure 8 race. It's your standard school bus. It is a 6.7 Cummins turbo diesel. The only thing this school bus is missing are the kids. Nick was even cool enough to put On Pit Road Racing all over this bus. Well, we know the bus is ready. Now it's time to check in and find out if our boy Nick is ready. Hey, as promised, I'm here at Tour of Destruction at Orlando Speed World. My good friend Nick Johnston right here, and his bus, he's going to be racing in the figure 8 bus racing tonight. Nick, man, how in the hell do you get in to racing school buses?
I mean, well, when you drop out of school and you still want to ride the bus, that's where you start. But, you know, I was working up at a racetrack up north, the Holland Speedway, and just had the opportunity one day and took it. I won my first race, and I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to be here. I told you a long time ago when I found out you did these things, I'm like, man, I want to go, and you're like, everybody wants to go, but nobody shows up. Here I am, Nick, man. I love it. You put On Pit Road Racing on the bus, man, they're going to be excited about that.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, and yeah, you finally made it, and you're in for a treat on this one. I mean, this is just hectic.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to be here, man. What do you think? You've won a few of these things, though.
I won one of them, and I podiumed a lot. I've had a little bit of bad luck at this track. One in particular led every lap but the last one. But so.
Yeah, that's pretty bad luck right there. But how do you feel about this bus right here? You had a chance to drive it, let it run, anything like that? Check it out.
Yeah, I got the chance to drive it on Wednesday. It runs great. It's not the fastest, but it's one of the best handling ones, so we can make something happen. I mean, and anything happens out here, who knows? It might not even make it a lap.
Yeah, for sure. And you named this bus after one of our favorite bands in Daytona, Crash Rocket.
Yeah, Paulie Murphy couldn't make it today. I know he wanted to be here, so we dedicated this bus to Crash Rocket, his band.
Yeah, great band, Crash Rocket. We all know Crash Rocket in Daytona Beach. Well, man, it's a pleasure to have you on Pit Road Racing. And how do you feel, man? We might have to talk to you after too and see how you feel. But how do you feel right now?
I'm being interviewed. I feel pretty good. I feel legit. So I think this is a good sign.
Right on, man. Well, the best of luck to you. And hopefully, Nick, man, we'll see you in Victory Lane and we'll talk to you again. That's right. After some fireworks, the crowd was ready, and so was Nick. I jumped in the bus with him right before he got ready to head out. All right, Nick, we're just moments away, man. How you feel now?
A little bit nervous, but that's pretty normal in one of these things.
But you got yourself out here, like you said, so you could start out here in the front.
Yeah.
So
we got a good starting position. We'll see if we can hold it.
Yeah, man. Well, good luck out there, man. We'll talk to you after the race.
Jerry B here up in Sacramento, Union Gospel Mission, giving out some shoes to the homeless. Here, a lot of smiling faces. We got one deal. We give you a pair of shoes. You got to give us a smirk and a photo. And this is the mission of the Hot Shoe Hall of Fame, which is a non-profit organization based out of Las Vegas, started by Gene Woods. We're trying to do good things and fill little holes in people's lives the best we can. And today we're up in Sacramento, just doing the best we can. Thanks for supporting us.
It was finally time for some school bus figure 8 racing. You guys sit back, strap your buckles up tight, and enjoy some of the highlights. The race didn't go without incident, though, as a school bus flipped over completely on its side. This also, ironically, is when my in-bus camera died, so there'll be no more shots from inside the bus. After a brief delay, and then flipping over the bus named Hot Wheels upright, we were able to get the driver safely off the track, who, by the way, was not injured, and we were all excited about that. Here's more highlights from the remainder of the race. You know, Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you're last. But I don't think that's true when you're racing a school bus in a figure 8 race. Place number 2 for Nick Johnston tonight. And he brought his international school bus home in one piece. No damage, except for this mirror bracket where I almost hung my in-bus camera. We checked in with Nick right after the race. We're here with my boy Nick, fresh off of the school bus figure eight race, man, and you can't be disappointed with second, can you?
Well, I had a shot at the end there. Led some laps. I mean, we all had fun. We got home safe. All the wheels are on it. But yeah, man, I wish I could have had that at the end. But second's good.
Hey, man, you can't go wrong with second, my friend. And two, what do you do, man, when you get ready to go through that cross right there and there's buses coming the other way, man? What's your thoughts, man, when that happens?
It is. Sometimes it's literal playing chicken with another school bus, and you kind of just commit to your line and hope and pray. Keep your foot on the gas. There's not really much you can do once you're committed. So.
No, that's for sure. A bus flipped over right in front of you, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise turning a corner and seeing a bus out inside. So, thank God the brakes worked in this one.
Yeah, how you feel now that it's all over with?
Yeah, the adrenaline doesn't wear off till later at night.
That's true, man. Well, great job, man. Congratulations, Nick. Appreciate you coming on Pit Road Racing.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for the wildest ride on Fremont Street? The Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171 on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Open 7 days a week, noon until midnight. Strap yourself in, pull your safety belts tight, and feel the power and the speed at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience. Downtown Las Vegas, Fremont Street, 450 Fremont Street, suite number 171, right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. What are you waiting for? Log on, get your tickets now. It's time to go racing at the Gene Woods Racing Indoor Go-Kart Track Experience, 450 Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas.
That's there for you. Bringing it back up double time. There we go. There it is. Sink it right on in. Jeremy Porter, man, what a good guy. We're gonna go see him, Scratch. We're gonna go see this guy, man.
I think we should. I'm totally, like I said, he had me sold. I was I wanted to go there before I met him, and now that I've met him, I'm like, man, I could hang out with this guy. I like him. Man, we had two great guests on today. That was cool, man. That was that's good stuff.
Good piece that you did down there too, man. Real good piece, good coverage, and that's
Thank you. It was really weird, to be honest with you, to go back there. I just haven't been there since that crash, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the best my car ever ran. I used to run it at New Smyrna Speedway quite a bit, and then I took it out to Buffalo, out to Speed World for they had one of those big races where they paid a lot. I don't remember what it was in the beginning for the winter, and because of the size of the track, it being like the bull ring size. To be honest with you, it's kind of like that, just banked, and yeah, man, it was the best my car ever ran, man. And I was running like third, and my car started going away with a few laps left. And this guy kept bumping on my back bumper and spun me around, and he spun me around in the fourth turn out there, and I got T-boned. That was the hardest I think I ever been hit ever. And like I said, I just hadn't been back there for any races. When I built another car, it was a 4-cylinder, so I just never made it back there. It's pretty neat though to go back there and relive some of that stuff. And I'm such a big race fan anyway, and my man was in the school bus. I don't know if you could tell. I kept saying, man, I'm excited. And I kept asking him how he felt, because that's how excited I was for him, man. I could have been the guy driving that bus that day. That's how just amped up I was for him. And, man, what a good run he had, man. Congratulations to Nick for a good run, and thanks again for being part of the show.
It really was. Hey, real quickly, as we move it on and forward for you, a segment brought to you by our partners at Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, give them a shout at 678-381-8527 at AtlantaMotorsports.com. Atlanta Motorsports Park, the country club of motorsports. Fresh off of a Spirit weekend and season in China, man, is up on the way back to Hard Rock Stadium. That's right, man. F1 is on its way to Autodome, the tricky circuit right outside, just like Scratch said, where Miami Dolphins play football. Going to tell you, Scratch, Max Verstappen up on top with 110, Sergio Perez at 85, Charles Leclerc at 76, and Carlos Sainz at 68. I'm going to tell you this weekend, this is a weekend for Ferrari. This is a weekend for Mercedes. They have to have a good showing this weekend against that Red Bull team, man. I'm just telling you, if they don't show something there, it could be Max V and a Red Bull all season long. Comments?
It's already been Max V all season long, so I can't imagine that's going to change anytime soon. That's my thought. I don't see that. I just don't see that changing. He's the guy. You know, sometimes when you're the guy, you're the guy. You know, like I mean, Denny Hamlin in NASCAR, for example, him more, I think, because he's coming on right now. You know, at some point, you know, remember when Rusty won like 10 in a row?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just, I mean, not 10 in a row, but won 10 races in a season. Sometimes you're just the guy, you know?
I just think that, go ahead.
Yeah, no, in this, Max V is the guy, man. He's the guy, period.
He's the guy. And that Red Bull Honda is just, you know, you got to put a good driver with a good car. And I'm just telling you, Mercedes has got to get it locked in this weekend. Lewis Hamilton even though he's leaving, he needs to have a good weekend. He doesn't need to go out of Mercedes on a slump like this. Doesn't need to be running 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place. He needs to get up there. And Ferrari needs a good win too. You got a little IndyCar news for us.
Yeah, NTT IndyCar Series in Sweet Home, Alabama. I don't know why I sang that. It just seemed like something I should sing. Scott McLaughlin proved Sunday there's no strategy like pure speed to win the NTT IndyCar Series race. McLaughlin won the Children's of Alabama Indy Grand Prix powered by the AmFirst for the second consecutive year at Barber Motorsports Park. Again, using the mash the gas 3-stop pit strategy in his number 3 Good Ranchers Team Penske Chevrolet to earn his first victory of the season and his 5th win. The point standings heading down to Alabama. The new points leader is Colton Herta. He is first. Will Power is second. Alex Palou is third. Scott Dixon is fourth. And Felix Rosenquist is 5th.
You got it. And of course, the month of May is right here now. And it means the 108th running of the Indy 500, May 26th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. NBC, Peacock, Sirius XM, and Indy Live will have it. The series has 2 stops at the Brickyard. Of course, May 11th, they'll get the road course. And then we're off to the big speedway out there for that. It's the greatest day in motorsports, man. Breakfast in Monaco for F1. Indy's got lunch in Indianapolis, and we get barbecue grilling the steaks and the chicken for dinner at the Coca-Cola 600. Sad news, you got this, man. I got to watch this guy race a couple of times. We lost Wally Dallenbach this past week. Scratch, you got a little details on that.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen Wally Dallenbach race NASCAR, and man, it's sad news. Wally Dallenbach, a respected IndyCar Series race winner, as a driver and longtime series official dedicated to racing safety, died April 29th. He was 87 years old. Now, that I would have never guessed. Yep. That makes me feel old. Dallenbach, a native of East Brunswick, New Jersey, made 13 Indianapolis 500 starts between 1967 and 1979. His best finish was 4th in 76 and 77 in the number 40 Wildcat DGS owned by Patrick Racing. He qualified in the middle of the front row in 1974 for Patrick. His best 500 start, perhaps Dallenbach, most memories performance as a driver at Indianapolis came in 1975, again for car owner UE Pat Patrick. UE Pat Patrick. He led 4 times for a race high 96 laps, losing the top spot, only a pit stops, and Dallenbach was eliminated from the race by a burnt piston while leading on lap 162, just 12 laps before the race was called due to rain, with Bobby Unser earning his second 500 victory. Dallenbach was credited with 9th place. Dallenbach recorded 5 victories, 27 podium finishes, 1 pole, 180 IndyCar Series starts. His best championship finish, second behind Roger McCluskey in 1973. Despite not qualifying for the first 2 races of the season, the most memorable of Dallenbach's victories came in 1973, California 500, Ontario Motor Speedway, the last of his 3 straight wins that season for Patrick Racing. And obviously, I got him confused with Junior. Wally
That
Dallenbach,
is correct.
Junior.
And I remember, you
Who
remember
is still alive.
Yeah, and you remember he used to drive that Planters Peanuts car too. Remember? Yeah, that Planters Peanuts on it. Right?
That's his dad. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. But that's, I mean, I remember watching him. I remember watching him run on IndyCar on ABC's Wide World of Sports. And there you go. Segment brought to
you. Was this big?
Segment brought to you by our partners at Atlanta Motorsports Park. For more information, give them a shout at 678-381-8527, AtlantaMotorsports.com. It is the country club of motorsports. All right, let's keep it moving. Scratch, man, we got some NASCAR. We're going to zip right on through this thing here. Brought to you by our good friends at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, LVMS.com. South Point 400 coming up for you. October 18th through the 20th. ARCA Racing West is back at the Bull Ring Friday night. Xfinity and the Cup Series hit the big track Saturday and Sunday. Real quickly, man, it was a real good win out there for Connor Zilic. He picks up his first victory at the Dover International or Dover Motor Speedway. Giovanni Ruggiero coming up in second. Carson Quaffle in third. LeVar Scott and Andre Perez wrapping it up for the top five there from the ARCA Series. More information about it on arcaracing.com. Scratch, you got what's coming up next for the West Series?
I do.
All right. And it is Markham West, May 31st, Portland International Raceway, Portland, Oregon. Float TV, MRN Radio with a call, my friend. There you go. All right, we got him.
Yeah, more info at arcaracing.com.
There you go.
I had the wrong
Let's go
page
on.
up. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's move it on to the NASCAR, man. You're going to take us off with the Heart of America 200. The trucks are racing in Kansas. Tell us all about what's going to happen.
Oh, I just had that page up, and now I got to find. Oh, there we go. All right.
There we go.
My bad. I'm collecting myself.
All right.
NASCAR Craftsman Trucks Heart of America 200 Kansas Speedway, Saturday, May 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Green flag, 8:13 p.m. Eastern Time. TV, FS1, radio, MRN, Sirius XM, stage laps 30, 60, 134. And practice and qualify Saturday, May 4th at 12:05.
And you got the standings right there, too.
I do. That's right.
You do?
NASCAR truck standings right now heading into Kansas. You got Kristen Eckes. He is first. Corey Heim is second. Ty Majeski, third. Nick Sanchez is fourth. And Taylor Gray rounding out the top five. The entry list for the Heart of America 200 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Kansas Speedway has been released. There are 33 drivers, teams for 36 spots. Some notes. Number 1, Brett Moffitt. Number 7, Connor Mosick. 10, Jennifer Jo Cobb. 45, Caden Honeycutt. 66, Cam Waters. And 91, Zane Smith.
I just spoke to his PR people, Caden Honeycutt. We'll have him coming on as a guest of the show. Real quickly, Xfinity Series is off, but after the Dover event, it's Austin Hill up on top. He's got 2 wins. He's locked in. Jesse Love's locked in with a win. Sam Mayer's locked in with a win. Then you got Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, Las Vegas native Riley Herbst. Then it's the Dinger, Sheldon Creed, Parker Klingerman, Anthony Alfredo, and Sammy Smith. 3 drivers below the cut line right now is Brendan Jones, Ryan Sieg, and Shane Van Gisbergen. And we're heading into the Cup Series. Scratch, tell them all about it, my friend.
Yeah, the entry list for the Event Health 400 NASCAR Cup Series race at Kansas City is posted. 38 teams and drivers for 40 spots, which means they're going to be short a little bit. The list includes the 15 of Riley Herbst, the 33 of Austin Hill, and the number 84 of Jimmy Johnson to ride around in the back.
Oh, God.
I knew you had a thought on this.
7-time champion Jimmy Johnson in his 84 Toyota. 3rd car, Legacy Motor Group. Goes to Denver. Not another good day. Had a bad day in Texas. Had a bad day in Daytona. Johnson starts 27th, finishes 28th. Seems like he's got good sponsors, man. Got Dollar Tree on there. Family Dollar. It's about this. Stop. Just stop, Jimmy. Stop embarrassing yourself. You're running in the back of the pack. You're a 7-time champion. So either one of 2 things. It's either you've lost the ability, it ain't there no more, or you've got a junk car. If it's a junk car, then get good parts on it and get you some good wheels up underneath you, man. You're embarrassing yourself. You're at Texas Motor Speedway running dead last and you spin the car out. You go to Dover, which is the best track on your record. You had more wins, more success than anybody at Dover. I stop. What do you stop?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a 7-time champion. You know what I mean? He had a great career. Him, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, they all have 7 championships. Who knows if anybody will ever do that again? I'm not saying nobody will ever do that again, but Who knows if anybody will ever do that again? I think I don't know why I don't understand. I don't understand why Jimmy Johnson can't finish in the top 20 at least. I don't understand. Some people say that he's, it's because he's not used to the next gen car. There's kids getting in these next gen cars that are outrunning a 7-time champion.
Yeah.
A dude with money. Stop wasting the money. Put the money towards maybe some of these young guys. Let them run around in the back. At least get some seat time in the Cup. I think that would benefit them as a team better than Jimmy Johnson wasting, resources and money. That's my opinion, honestly. And, maybe some of that fundage could go to an Xfinity team to help bring up people. You got 2 other cars. Or if you want to be a 3-car team, you need something to build from. And the Xfinity team, you see all these teams with Xfinity teams and Cup teams, they're grooming their own drivers. Right. Junior is grooming drivers for darn near everybody. I'm gonna just let you know that in the Xfinity series. But Jimmy Johnson needs to take a little different approach and maybe just be an owner because listen, if he was riding around in 20th, we'd probably still be like, man, this dude's running around in 20th. You know what I'm saying? But man, look at you now. Running around in 20th would be an improvement. Top 20.
I mean, it's at the point with him. It's just stop. Take the helmets off. Take the fire suits off. Be an owner. Put the polo shirt on. Put the suits on. Be at the track. Encourage your drivers. Do what you need to do. But stop. It's either you've lost it, man. You've either lost it or you're driving junk.
It's something.
Yeah.
Stock cars, listen, you can say next gen car all you want to. The dude just got in an Indy car where he didn't look great, but he raced an Indy car. The dude raced an Indy car. Now you're trying to tell me he can't get back in a stock car? A stock car, that's what we're talking about. You know what I mean? We know they're not stock, but that's what they're called. You know what I mean? To get back into a stock car, and because it's the next gen car, he's not used to it, he can't race anymore. The dude is a 7-time champion. Come on, man. If that's where you're going to drive around, put a kid in that car and let him get some seat time. You know what I mean? There's plenty of Xfinity drivers or truck drivers that would love to ride around in the back right now in a Cup car to get themselves more prepared for their future. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, quit hanging on to the past and help somebody with their future. Anyway,
and listen, I respect. Was I a fan of Jimmy Johnson's? No, I wasn't. I was not a fan of him.
Me neither, but still. Yeah.
Okay, but I respect him. I was not. I respected Dale Earnhardt Senior and Junior, but Dale Earnhardt Senior. I was back in we all had our favorites.
Yeah, I didn't pull for Jimmy Johnson, but I feel sorry for him right now as a driver. You know what I mean? Like does he get out of the car like, who cares? You know what I mean? Does he get out of the car at the end of these races like it doesn't matter to him at all that he rides around in the back or spins out by himself or any of these things? I don't know. It'd be a good question to ask him, man. Does it not bother you at all? Does it not bother you at all you're a 7-time champion riding around in the back? I mean, maybe he's got a game. Maybe it doesn't bother him. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe he's got some kind of plan. He's, something he's working on. I have no idea, but I don't know. The competitive spirit of being a 7-time champion compared to a dude that will just ride around in the back. I don't know how you go from one to the other. It's tricky.
I just don't know. I guess if I was the talent that he was in his day, and I did everything that he did, that I matched at the time the 2 greatest. Let's face it, like it or not, the stats say the 2 greatest drivers of all time. Richard Petty with 7 championship wins and 200 career wins. Earnhardt Sr. 7 championships.
Yeah,
wins everything that he won, just about anything and everything that he got into. It took him a while to win Daytona, but he finally got it.
Right.
Just like Waltrip.
I was just going to say, just like Darrell Waltrip, I didn't like him either, but he's one of the greats. It took him a long time to win Daytona.
You can say what you want. You can say you didn't like boogity, or you did like it. One way or another, you can't take it away from him. And you can't take Jimmy's record away from him, and that's what I'm saying. Jimmy, stop, bro. Right. Either that team needs to put a good car up underneath you, you need to get some sim time, or you just need to bail, bro, and just be a track owner. Be a track owner, or a team owner. I mean, sorry, not a track owner, team owner.
Yeah.
Get the money, be there with Maury Gallagher, be there with Richard. I mean, you got a legacy. I mean, that's what they named it. I mean, look at who you got.
Yeah.
I don't. You want to run over let's run over the standings real quick as they head into Kansas this weekend, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll save the rest of the news for Monday.
For sure. Sounds good to me, man. We have to race 10 of 26 of the regular season. Locked into the playoffs. In first is 24, William Byron with 3 wins. Denny Hamlin also has 3 wins. He is in second in his number 11 Mobile, 308 points. He is locked in as well. All these next few are locked in. As a matter of fact, the actual points leader with 359 points and 1 win. In third place is Kyle Larson. Chase Elliott is in fourth with a win. Tyler Reddick with a win in fifth. Christopher Bell with a win in sixth. Daniel Suarez with a win in seventh. He has 221 points. The first driver without a win in the points, Martin Truex Jr., he is in eighth. 12th is up 12th. Ninth is number 12, Ryan Blaney. Ty Gibbs, little Gibbs buddy there. He's in 10th. Ross Chastain is in 11th. Alex Bowman, 12th. Bubba Wallace, he is in 13th. Chase Briscoe, 14th. Brad Kalowski in 15th. And Joey Logano is in 16th. What name did you not hear me say there?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch is
Not
not
having a good
there.
year.
Not in the top 16.
Let's hope Kyle's got a second good. I'm going to tell you something. I'm looking at this thing for this race and all the extra cars. Now we're going to see. Riley Herbst is driving that 15 car. Austin Hill's in the 33. I want to see who finishes between Johnson, Riley Herbst, and Austin Hill. Take a crash out of the scenario for either one of them. Let's see.
I think they'll both finish better than him. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that just because, man, he's finishing in the bottom 3-4 most of the time. It seems like I could be wrong. I'd like to look to make sure, but it just seems like that. Because we always talk about him. So I'm looking and I'm watching and I'm like, man, this dude is just, I don't know.
I want to see what happens here. I want to see what happens because technically the point there, so there are 38 teams, so only 35 actually full-timers registered. So you got the Riley Herbst in 15, Austin Hill in the 33, which if I'm not mistaken, that's an RCR car right there. 84 in the gym. We'll see. I want to see what happens this weekend. If he has a good weekend, I'll lay off of him.
I would say if he's going to beat anybody, it's going to be the 15.
Okay.
That's the one that he'll beat if he doesn't get beat by both of them. That's what I think.
I think Riley will race him hard. I think he will. I'm
not going to take anything away from Riley. I'm just kind of thinking I'm thinking the team, the 33 is an RCR car. I mean, but I don't know, man. You know what? RCR hasn't been all that great in the cup. Yeah, they just haven't. They haven't been that great. So hell, I don't know. I think that I'm going to go back to my original statement. They're both going to beat Jimmy.
Okay. Where's the Scratch and the Nutchuck Entertainment Radio and the Scratch with the K comedy shows head this weekend? We got about a minute left, sir.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm going to be the featured comedian tonight here in just a little bit, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow night, same time, 9:00, Madcaps Comedy Club in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I'll be your featured comedian. You can get tickets at madcaps.com. They're $10 online or $15 at the door. So I'll be the featured comedian during the 9 at night Dirty Mike at Madcaps Comedy Club, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Tonight and tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. It's my first time at that club, so I want to go there and smack them in the face.
There you go. I'll be out here at the Gene Woods Racing Experience, just over on the next far side of the building. I'll be out here at our front door meeting and greeting our new race friends coming in to race on our 12,000 square foot indoor drift track, open 7 days a week, noon to midnight. Come on down and check it out. And I'll tell you what, man, if you catch the show and you come in here on, let's see, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, and you say you saw the show, I'll give you a $5 off coupon, man. It'll take you from 30 to 25 bucks, 15 laps. There you go. All right. Well, listen, man, we're going to cut it out. I want to thank Jeremy Porter from Atlanta Motorsports Park. We're definitely going to get down there and see him.
Great guy.
Nick out there in the school bus racing, man. He did a great job with that. Great segment there, Scratch. That turned out really good. All right. All righty. All right. Shall I call for him, my friend?
Call for him.
Thanks for joining us for On Pit Road Racing. Follow us on our website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at On Pit Road Racing. On Pit Road Racing is written and produced by WCOBN TV. I'm John the Announcer for On Pit Road Racing.